Before being stranded on Gilligan's Island, Tina Louise was in The Warrior Empress 1960. The Teen Years, David in His Room, 1981. Photo by Linda Brooks. Rockstar Alice Cooper goes up to bat at a celebrity softball game in Las Vegas, May 29, 1977. Anne Margaret with the handsome Elvis Presley on the set of Viva Las Vegas, 1964. Joan Crawford says hello to her dachshunds after swimming laps in her Beverly Hills pool in 1938. Cheryl Ladd and Jacqueline Smith of Charlie's Angels, 1978. Sammy Davis Jr., right, receives a pep talk from heavyweight champion Cassius Clay, left, before heading out for a celebrity boxing match, January 14, 1965. Dolly Parton, Emmylou Harris, and Linda Ronstadt in 1978. Photo by Ed Thrasher. Burt Reynolds on the Florida State University Seminoles football team in Tallahassee, Florida, circa 1950. Judy Garland looks ready for a matchup as she poses with a badminton racket in her backyard in 1945. Heather Thomas on Battle for the Network stars. Bruce Lee looking cool in high school, 1958. Supergirl, Helen Slater, in a scene from the 1984 film Supergirl. Ronald Reagan and his first wife, Jane Wyman, hold ping pong paddles after finishing up a competitive game on their honeymoon. Power Mower of the Future, 1957. How many people remember Daisy Duke? Sophia Loren posing for a photo in front of Cleopatra's Needle Sphinx in London, 1957. Singer and actress Chris Knoll hosted her own radio show for the GIs in Vietnam. She did 4 tours of Vietnam and her helicopter was shot down twice. Lana Turner takes a break from her run to pose for a photograph. The actress was enjoying a ski holiday, circa 1960. Grace Slick and Janis Joplin, 1967. The Beatles, Paul McCartney, front, John Lennon middle, George Harrison back, and Ringo Starr fallen off the back, partake in a little snow sledding. Austria, 1965. Clark Gable and his horse pose for a photograph after a ride in 1940. Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise, and Emilio Estevez in 1982. Claudette Colbert wears her tennis whites as she acts ready to hit the court circa 1930. British beauties Diane Rigg and Helen Mirren, 1968. Roger Daltrey with his dogs at home, 1970s. Kirk Douglas smiles at the camera as he prepares for an afternoon of water skiing in Antibes, France in 1969. Cool Rider, 1971. King performing with the Bill Harvey Band at the Hippodrome in Memphis, 1950. Candy Clark and David Bowie on the set of the sci-fi film The Man Who Fell to Earth, 1976. Steve McQueen during a game of golf on the set of The Thomas Crown Affair, 1968. Grandpa Al Lewis in his Jiraj Eula car from the Munsters TV show, 1964. Marilyn Monroe plays softball on the beach with a pup by her side, circa 1950. Marilyn Monroe at Romanoff's to celebrate the completion of the 7-Year Itch, 1954. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, along with co-stars William Frawley and Vivian Vance, take up golf in a 1954 episode of I Love Lucy. American actress Betty Hutton looks glamorous as she plays a round of croute circa 1955. Cher and Sam Elliott from the movie Mask, 1985. Linda Carter looking groovy with her flared jeans, just relaxing in the 70s. Bonnie and Clyde star Gene Hackman stands at the ready during a tennis match in 1973. Oprah in the early 1970s. Hollywood power couple Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh strike a silly pose on a ski slope, January 2, 1958. Jane Fonda practices her cheerleading skills for her debut role in Tall Story, 1960. Ginger Rogers hits the tennis court to practice for an upcoming mixed doubles match during the National Tennis Open meet in 1950.